Berger is the well-known destructor of the Constant. Most people know this guy as being the resource collector of late game worlds. He is one of the reasons the player can play a non-resource character for long worlds. But that's not what we're going to talk about. Berger is the most interesting boss out of any of the bosses. Berger has the most mechanics out of any of the bosses. First, a quick look at his wandering behavior. Berger will walk around looking for things to eat in a 7.5 unit radius around him. How far Berger wanders is based on what season it is. During fall, he travels very far in one direction looking for food, while in summer he will walk a much shorter distance and turn around. If Berger has not found anything to eat for 30 seconds, the radius in which Berger searches for food increases from 7.5 units to 37.5 units. Berger also becomes more aggressive after this time, and he will target the player if he has any items that contain honey. These being honey, honeycomb, royal jelly, taffy, cookies, honey nuggets, honey ham, powder cake, jelly beans, and soothing tea. Berger will also target any storage containers that contain these items as well, and also target any of these items out of any other edibles. If there is no honey but there are other edible items, he will follow this chart here. He'll first go for food on the ground, then he'll go for farms, crockpots, and drying racks, then he'll go for bee boxes, then he'll go for mushroom farms, then he'll look inside the fridge, then he'll check any chests and any backpacks that are on the ground. And finally, if there's none of these around, he'll harvest any plants like berries, mushrooms, and bananas. Berger just really likes food, and because of that, you can remove his aggro by dropping food. Anything that is berries or bigger will distract the Berger. It's even enough to stop him from charging at you, but if you pick that food back up again, you will just have an angry bear on you again. You can use this to aggro Berger as well. When Berger first spawns into the world, he won't chase you right away if you steal his food. Instead, he will growl. After growling 2 times, Berger will chase the player. Of course, you can always drop food to stop Berger from being aggressive towards you. This even works when he is asleep. Poke the bear, drop food, and get a big sleep aura. If you have the mushroom cake, you could actually potentially make a bird farm with Berger without needing to use any sleeping. And now let's look at his attacks. Berger's attacks are strange. His standard swipe has a variable range and damage. I couldn't find anything about this in the code, and I have no idea why this is a thing. Berger's regular attack hits in a cone in front of him. The player that is directly aggroed by Berger will take full damage, but any characters that are in the cone will take 20% less damage, meaning players will take 80 damage instead of the 100. This applies to mobs as well. Mobs directly targeted by Berger's swipe will take 200 damage, whereas mobs that are indirectly targeted will only take 160. If he does the ground pound just does 200 damage. His ground pound is also really strange too, in that it can hit you multiple times, basically killing any survivor without armor. This is because Berger's ground pound is not one big hitbox, instead is a series of smaller hitboxes. And if you think you can just sit back and watch Berger fight something, you have to be careful, because Berger's swipe can extend to be double the range that it normally would be when he hits an enemy. So if you avoid this small area, you will be safe. There is some more stuff to Berger that would be interesting to talk about, however, it is actually turned off. Clay had originally set it to where Berger can do things while unloaded. However, this is not available right now. All in all, Berger has a lot of unique things about him, other than just being a resource gatherer. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you want to help support me, you can join my channel memberships. From here you get to choose what I do for future videos, and you also get early access to video ideas before they are created. Join up at the bottom. Until next time, this has been Terra, and take care.